Welcome to Nerd Talk, the podcast that talks about comics and everything in between. Now, here are your hosts, Dylan and Ian.
Through that smoke, I say.
What up, nerds? So, welcome back to Nerd Talk. We haven't done one of these in a while, but as you can see now, we're doing it with video. Because it's different. Want to change things. Add more incentive to do this, because Nerd Talk has been canceled about 50 times now. But you guys, like 4 people keep wanting it back. So
Thank you to those 4 people.
Yeah, so we're going to continue to do it. And today, basically, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man, maybe Watchmen, because we just saw that for the first time. I'd read the comic last year. Ian had never read the comic and didn't really know anything about it, so he was a little confused by the movie. But
Okay, frame it. I had worked 8 hours that day. We watched it from 1 in the morning till 4 in the morning. Okay, so it wasn't like I was the most awake.
Well, you were awake. You were fine. You just
I was
didn't
more
understand
awake.
anything.
I was
And
more awake
also,
than I was when we watched
a tweet
the
out
game.
asking people that what they want us to talk about. So let's see. I've gotten your responses as well.
All right, so Civil War trailer. What'd you think?
What?
The new trailer, trailer 2.
It was a really good trailer. Besides one part.
I'm gonna go out and say, Civil War, besides the last 12 seconds, is my favorite trailer besides the last Batman vs Superman trailer. More than Suicide Squad, even more than the Deadpool trailers. I love the Deadpool trailers, but I love the tone. I love how you could tell everyone was tense.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man comes in and ruins it. And it would be my favorite trailer if I didn't love Batman and Superman so much. Like if I didn't care about the characters at all, Civil War would be my favorite trailer so far.
Yeah, but you got the bias towards Batman.
I had the bias towards Batman and Superman. That's why I'm more excited to see it. But I don't think the movie's gonna be great because I don't trust Disney Marvel. Don't trust them. But it was my favorite trailer until Spider-Man comes in and goes, "Hey kids, I'm 12."
Say, "Hey kids."
That was some mocking.
I know, but that's the worst.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, that's what he says.
He says at 12 years old.
Hey everybody.
So bad.
That's the problem because they have a 19-year-old playing a 15-year-old, so they probably are like, "Hey, do the most pre-puberty voice you can." And so he sounds terrible.
That was.
But it was just one line, and I'm since he wears a mask, they can't dub it over. I'm praying that they do a better his voice isn't like that throughout the entire thing because his voice is terrible. But overall, the trailer was great. It is intense. It shows you that there are stakes here, and I really like that.
Well, hold up. So the Age of Ultron trailer.
Yes. Because Age of Ultron had a great trailer, and the they revealed a lot, but Age of Ultron had a really good trailer and everything. But the tone was not the same in the trailers as it was in the movie.
This just shows you how much different, how Disney is so much better at everything they're doing than Disney than DC. Because remember, Batman vs Superman's second trailer was terrible. It showed Doomsday, it showed everything. This second trailer is like, oh my goodness, it was so good.
And the thing is, it showed that Spider-Man was the only new thing we saw.
Yeah, and everyone
Ant-Man on Hawkeye's arrow, which was my favorite.
Everyone knows I'm not the biggest. I wasn't really excited for this movie. I'm excited for the movie now. I still don't think it's gonna be great because I don't trust Disney, so I'm not going with the biggest expectations. But when I watched this trailer, I couldn't stop watching this trailer. I kept watching it before, up till 12 seconds to go, then I would stop. I kept watching it and watching because it really got me interested. I don't trust Disney Marvel at all. I don't think it's going to be a great movie. I don't think the stakes are going to be near as high as they do, although it looks like for the trailer at least one person dies, maybe 2. But if that happens, great. Huh?
Do you want Rhodey?
I don't want Rhodey to die, but a character needs to die. I just feel like Rhodey's the easiest option. Who can we get rid of without the fans being too mad? Rhodey! I mean, it feels like a cheap... I think they will kill Captain America. I think he'll come back in a later movie. But I think they will kill him in this movie.
He's supposed to be there for Infinity War.
Yeah, so I think he'll get killed.
Now, Spider-Man, I don't just have a problem with how he is, but I have a problem with the fact that they revealed him in the trailer as well. Because this is Marvel's whole thing. This is their trump card to get people into the theater. To get even more people than normal. It's like, hey, Spider-Man. Because to me, they should have waited to the movie because it would have been so awesome to have that feeling when you first see Spider-Man appear in the appear. That'd be so cool to watch in the theater. But now we know exactly when he's going to show up and be like, hey, there he is. Now, the difference between this and Doomsday's thing, because DC fanboys have been just crying about the Marvel trailer because people loved it. They're like, but they revealed Spider-Man, and when they revealed Doomsday, everyone was so mad. What's going on? I hate that they revealed Spider-Man. They shouldn't have. But we knew Spider-Man was going to be in the movie. Doomsday was not confirmed or anything. There was just a bunch of rumors. You know how many rumors we've had for Batman v Superman? I dismissed the Doomsday rumors because...
I didn't.
I know you didn't. But my whole thing was the fact that that's stupid because that's wasting a Death of Superman movie because they could just reveal Doomsday in a Death of Superman movie and that'd make so much cash having a Death of Superman movie. So I didn't think they'd do it. And then they revealed it. It's like, well, we know Doomsday's in the movie. That's great. To where Spider-Man had been announced way earlier that he was going to be in the movie. But I still wish he wouldn't have been revealed till now.
I think this is one time Disney messed up because, okay, so half people are mad that they revealed Spider-Man. They're like, I can't believe you revealed Spider-Man already, right? But the half that are happy he was revealed are mad at the way he looks. Everyone's like, his suit's terrible. So Disney didn't hit on anything.
No, you have some people that like it.
Majority of people do not like the way he looks. So it was weird because Disney actually really kind of faltered on everything. They revealed him and they didn't get the praise they wanted. At first, she's like, it's Spider-Man, but then you watch it again, you're like, I don't really like Spider-Man the way he looks or he sounds. Like he says one line.
Yeah, that's my whole hope is the fact that they change his voice. So, like maybe they'll have a test on it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, what's really bad, or for me is, we got one line from Wonder Woman. Granted, it was 3 trailers in because they hired her. They didn't want you to hear her for so long. And we got one for Spider-Man. And Wonder Woman sounds better than Spider-Man to me. Like her accent, I like a lot better.
I heard that other thing, like when she was talking about like all little boys don't share or something like that. I don't remember.
I didn't
that was the Wonder Woman has an accent clip.
I didn't see the clip. I just saw a bunch of people on stage. I tried to skip around until I finally. But I actually liked her voice better than Spider-Man. So I was like, when I heard Spider-Man's voice, I was like,
Jimmy's just staring at you.
He's like 12. He's like 12. I was like, why? Why?
Because they're having an 18-year-old play a 15-year-old, so I'm telling you, they went to him and were like, hey, just make your voice sound as young as possible.
I didn't like it at all. I love the trailer, though. The trailer looked really good. Besides the fact that Iron Man still looked a little too shiny in a bunch of scenes.
That they had that problem with Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron, for some reason, whoever does CGI for Marvel, they just started screwing up on CGI. Like, Ultron Iron Man looked out of place a lot in Age of Ultron. Like, their CGI looked really bad.
It's too shiny. They try to make it too pretty, and it removes you from the scene because you can definitely tell it's like Iron Man 1 CGI. His suit was really rugged and stuff, and you couldn't really tell.
It wasn't all clean.
No, this is they make it too like clean and pure, and it's like you can tell it's not supposed to be there. But I love the thing. Black Panther looks awesome. His suit. Really cool. They missed on the Spider-Man suit. They hit on that. Well, they still have time to fix the Spider-Man suit.
Spider-Man's suit's problem is like the CGI mask. That's my problem. Is like the eyes.
I feel like everything was CGI. Like I feel like the suit.
It wasn't though.
The suit
they showed the high-res image. It's not CGI. The rest of it.
So just the suit?
The eyes are because, they can't have moving eyes like that. It's like with Deadpool. That's the thing I don't get. Deadpool's moving eyes, perfect, look great. And I'm glad that Deadpool is sort of ushering in that age to where it's like, hey, it's okay to have superheroes that look like the comics with the white eyes. Because before then, people, for some reason, they didn't want to do it. I think it was because it looked a little weird. Like, when you would have a Batman that had no eyes in live action, like, it might look a little weird to some people. But to me, it looks good as long as they do it right, like Deadpool. And with the Dark Knight Returns armored suit in Batman v Superman, that looks really cool with the white eyes. Yeah. But Spider-Man with the white eyes, they screwed it up. It doesn't look good.
The whole suit felt CGI. Maybe it's not like you said, but it just felt like it. Probably because of the mask. Like it just.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the mask like offsets everything.
And so it was just I don't know. I love the Civil War trailer. Like, Black Panther I can't wait to see because he looked BA. Like his suit looked awesome. He looked awesome.
I'm excited for that.
Scarlet Witch looked really good. I think the one part that was really lame in the trailer. That everyone thought was gonna be really cool. Is they start running at each other, and you see it's like 10 people.
I
and
know.
You're like,
that's
okay,
why
it's not
civil dispute.
it's not really a civil war because you just see like it's supposed to be like this really awesome shot. They're all rushing in, and like, you realize like 10 people, and it's like it ain't that cool. It's not like the scene in Dark Knight Rises where like you have all the policemen versus all the crooks, and it's just like there's like 100 people on each side. Yeah, but there's 10 like 5 people on each side just clashing. Yeah. But the Ant-Man Hawkeye scene did look good. I like Ant-Man.
That was my favorite part. I can't wait.
It looked like Scarlet Witch, they're gonna make looks like super OP, but they'll probably just have her deal with the Vision.
That's what she is in the comics.
Or just have her deal with the Vision, so those two take each other out.
Yeah, they will because those are the two most powerful of each team.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. That's gonna be cool to see, especially see how their relationship unravels. So overall, the trailer's really good.
I love the trailer.
Stupid decision.
I loved it a lot more than the Suicide Squad trailer. This trailer,
yeah,
for me,
I'll tell you that too.
I loved it.
Besides
the last 12 seconds.
As far as marketing goes, it's a good decision to reveal Spider-Man. As far as just true to the fans, that's a bad decision because it gets rid of that feeling when you're in the theater and you first see Spider-Man. It's stupid. But marketing, yes, it will get so many more people in the theater because it'll be like, oh, Spider-Man.
Well, now you can reveal all his toys and stuff so you know how he looks. But yeah, I don't know. It just. The last 12 seconds. Before that, I love the trailer. And all those people that say I bash on Marvel, I love this trailer. Don't think the movie could be like great or anything, but I loved the trailer.
I hope so. I hope the movie's good.
What do you think of the Batman vs Superman writer saying that this is like their Empire Strikes Back? That's what he wrote it, I guess.
That's what like everyone says about their second movie.
Okay.
It's always like it's our Empire Strikes Back. It's like just
No
gonna
one ever
say it
hits on
doesn't mean
that.
it's gonna be true. I hope Batman v Superman's good since all the reviews are saying that from the people I've seen early said it was really good. So I'm excited. Hope it's really good. My only problem with it is like I said this before that I think that I said this before that I think Snyder might have just been like, screw it, I'm mad that everyone just keeps bashing all my movies because I'm true to the comics, true to the characters. I'll give them what they want. They want to see Batman beat the crap out of Superman, I'll just give them that. And then it's like, hey, good reviews. I hope that's not what he did. I hope he stays true to the characters and everything. I'm going to do a video on Batman v Superman coming up soon. I mean, not the movie, but Batman vs. Superman as a match, because what people don't understand is because they're like, hey, Batman's not holding back and Superman is. Superman doesn't stand a chance. You realize they're both fighting to knock out each other, right? They're both held to the same standards, because Batman not holding back is still him not killing Superman. They're held to the same standard. It's retarded. Also, every villain Superman fights is not holding back. But people think, oh, wow, Superman's holding back. He's gonna lose. It's just, anyways, I'm gonna make a video on that.
I think there's gonna be two fights in the movie. Superman's gonna win the first one, Batman wins the second one. That's how everyone's gonna.
The first fight is that little Batmobile spiff.
I think there's gonna be
Spiff. What's a spiff?
I don't know. I think there's gonna be like two fights, and Batman's going to the second one. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Probably. I hope not.
So your lasting image will be Batman winning the fight.
I hope not.
I think that's what they're gonna do. I've said forever it's either gonna be a tie or Batman's gonna win. Superman will not win the final. However many fights they have, the final one, the most important one, Superman will not win. I
think Superman's gonna win it.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, you got all them people. It's not gonna happen.
What?
But don't worry, Wonder Woman's queen, so she'll beat everybody.
What?
I don't want to talk about her.
Well, we know she's untouchable in the film because Gal Gadot made sure that before she accepted the role. Yeah. That Wonder Woman wouldn't have to rely on anyone, so Wonder Woman will take everyone out, so it's all good. So, yeah. Next thing we gotta talk about, let me see. What we got from Twitter.
What was Lex Luthor's untouchable?
Danny wants us to talk about Jim Gordon.
I'm really excited.
J.K. Simmons got
the only problem I have with it is now he can't be J. Jonah Jameson.
That sucks.
That's the only problem I have with the casting, because he was perfect in that role. I mean, go back and you can just watch forever the clips of him and Tobey Maguire going back and forth. I mean, how many memes are there out there of him laughing at Spider-Man?
He's so he is, like, his perfect role is J. Jonah Jameson. But I think it's going to be great as Jim Gordon. Adds another Oscar winner to the already stellar cast of the solo Batman movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. I don't get why he's first appearing in Justice League.
Well, because they don't know when the Batman movie's coming out, so that's probably why.
Batman v Superman, he never, like, why didn't they cast him earlier?
Because I think because I remember they had the longest time the writers, there was a rumor that they were debating whether he was dead or not in the film, so they probably just let it be before they decided what they wanted to do with it, and then they're like, oh, we can make maybe like a Killing Joke movie or a. Is that the movie supposed to come out this year?
Yeah.
When's it come out?
I don't know. Alright, so the video cut because my camera, like, I don't have the good SD card for it right now, so it can't, like, the write speed's not so fast. So until I get that, there's just gonna be random cuts in Nerd Talk. But anyways, we were just talking about Killing Joke maybe coming out this year. Well, it's supposed to come out this year. Excited for that.
We talking about Gordon's thing. I think they didn't know what they were gonna do, so they cast him out. And they don't know when the solo Batman film's gonna come out. It's probably gonna come out after Justice League.
Yeah,
so that's why he's gonna first appear in Justice League. So, I mean, I like it. I don't really understand what Commissioner Gordon can do in Justice League. That must mean like it's gonna be stationed in Gotham, I guess. But I mean, what's Jim Gordon gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you have him appear in Gotham? Like, there's no need to see him in Justice League.
I think it's just to have Jim Gordon there. Which I mean, I'll watch. J.K. Simmons could be great, but I just can't wait for the solo Batman movie now. I mean, can you imagine an Under the Red Hood solo Batman film with Jared Leto, Ben Affleck, J.K. Simmons, and you get. I mean, who could you get as a young actor to play Red Hood? Yeah.
Let's just see Jimmy's tail.
Who could you?
You can get some Oscar winner. Who's a young Oscar winner?
I don't know yet. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's a young Oscar winner.
Eddie Raymond.
He's old though. He's older.
He's more younger than most of the Oscar winners.
Still,
Michael Fassbender. I cannot wait for that Assassin's Creed movie. You see, they already said they're greenlighting the sequel to it.
Yeah, but they greenlighted a sequel to Fantastic Four before that came out, so
yeah,
doesn't mean nothing.
I don't care. It's Michael Fassbender. He makes money.
Yeah, he makes money doesn't mean he makes. It's not up to him whether the movie's good or not.
Do you think we'll get our first Star Wars Rogue One trailer with Captain America?
Probably. It makes sense.
I think we will.
I hope so.
Put in the comments if you think Star Wars Rogue One will have the episodic opening crawl and main theme. I do not think they will have it.
I don't know why you care so much about that.
Because I think it's important. I don't think they'll have it.
It is important to have.
Do you think they'll have
it? I think it will.
I do not think it will. I think it's saved for only the episodic.
Why?
Ones.
Why do you think that?
Because that's like unique to them. The spinoffs will be different.
We don't. How's it unique to them? We haven't had a spinoff.
Because
it's unique to Star Wars in general. They used it in Clone Wars.
I don't want to talk about that show.
You mean the show you watched like a couple episodes of the first season?
No, I watched like the whole first
season.
season.
And then gave up? No, you didn't. You watched a couple episodes and like,
yeah. It was terrible.
No, it wasn't.
The first season was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It
Yes,
wasn't great. It got better later on. It got really good later on.
Oh, the poor clones died. Another clone
It got
died.
really good
Help.
later on.
Help.
Oh my god. Well, so what do you think of Watchmen?
It was good. I felt like it was kind of boring and not as much got done as I was hoping. And the villain, while he was behind the scenes a lot, he didn't really do. And they didn't explain the villain at all. Like he had powers, I guess, but they didn't explain anything about him. And I thought it was cool how he tricked Dr. Manhattan into what happened and stuff. I thought that was really cool. But I didn't think you got enough of him. Like I didn't feel like he was a well-rounded villain.
Because he wasn't supposed to show up till the end.
Yeah, but even in the end, like, you didn't know that much about him. Like, how do you have powers? Why was he better than Owlman? Why was he so smart? They didn't tell you anything.
Because he is. Like, you don't have... Like, they don't have to explain that.
Like, they told you why Dr. Manhattan's like he is.
Yeah, because Dr. Manhattan's way different.
Well,
Dr. Manhattan... If a big blue guy shows up, that can change everything.
The guy had superpowers,
If a dude's just a great athlete and, like, the freaking smartest man alive...
He had superpowers.
What superpowers did he use?
He didn't get hurt at all.
That's a superpower? Not
when you're getting hit and he was faster, how do you have faster reflexes than everybody?
What? They don't need to explain it. That's my thing. Like, unless like Zack Snyder made the movie for a non-retarded audience, so you don't have to explain everything.
I wish that would have been. I like Rorschach. I just thought like it kind of like I thought there could have been a little more. I thought it was kind of dragging in parts.
So it's dragging, but you want more. That doesn't make sense.
Like I want more like action or story development. I don't know. There's some parts where I just felt like it kind of carried like on
like
a little.
What?
I don't know, like when he's on the planet with her and he's talking. Like I thought he was.
That was story,
I did not like Dr. Manhattan at all.
That was story right there. They were explaining how. Well, she was trying to convince him to save Earth. That was story right there.
Yeah, but
it wasn't just like she flashes her titties and then like, hey, come save Earth. Hi, so we're back. The battery died this time. I think we were talking about Watchmen last. As you see, it's like at nighttime outside now, but I think we were talking about Watchmen last, and you were complaining about how the villain wasn't explained. Something else.
In my last 2
And how there
hours,
wasn't
I've changed and said Watchmen is the best. No,
you're saying there wasn't enough action for you or storytelling, even though that one part you're complaining about was storytelling.
I don't know, just I felt like it was really slow. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just how the story was. I didn't agree with like the pacing of the story.
Any movie that hits 3 hours for you is too much.
Oh, I mean, God, that was long.
Like that's your thing.
It was just I didn't like Dr. Manhattan at all. I understand you're not supposed to like him, but I didn't like him at all. I thought his character.
He's a prick.
I thought his character was terrible. Like,
why was he terrible?
Because okay. His character had no depth. Like not
I
him
did not
before.
have depth.
I don't care about anything.
Yeah, you saw why. It made sense.
No, it didn't.
Why should he care about anything?
Why should? Well, because he's human still.
He's human still.
He's human.
No, because it makes sense why he doesn't care now. Because he has nothing to care about. The one chick he did care about doesn't care about him anymore. That was the whole thing. Like the one chick that actually cared about him. And then she left him for Al. Well, technically, like, she had reasons to, because he was a jerk. Because he lost touch with humanity, because he could do anything. And they became ants to him. And then he had one chick that he cared about, and she didn't care about him anymore. So it's like,
I was kind of I don't know. It wasn't that my movie. That's all I can say. I mean, you can't just hate me for not saying.
You mean like how you hate people who like stuff you don't like?
Well,
I mean how like people who have a different opinion than you are completely wrong about everything?
Yep, that's exactly right.
But when it comes to you, you can't hate me. It's my opinion.
You can hate me if you want to. I don't care.
Unless
I'm just saying, you can't sit there and tell me what I like and what I don't like.
No, I'm just saying you're being hypocritical because whenever someone says something different than your opinion, you get on them.
Yeah, okay, but...
If you guys have been in my streams, you know what I mean. Every time someone says something that's different than his opinion in the stream, Ian just yells at them about how wrong they are.
Yeah, because I'm right.
See, there you go. But when it comes to something... No, see, that... I loved Watchmen. You would have hated the comic.
It would look really big.
But yeah, because like Ian can't read stuff that's too long, and he can't watch stuff that's too long. So I knew he wasn't.
All right, at 3 hours from 1 to 4 in the morning, I have a read.
I knew he wasn't gonna care for Watchmen because he can't take long movies, and he won't ever read Watchmen because it's too long. I can't get him to read a Punisher book that's that big, and so I won't ever get him to read Watchmen. But knew he wouldn't like Watchmen. I loved the movie. It was great. It's, to me, what every comic book to movie adaptation should be. It took enough from the comics. And this is what I hate, is I see people like Screen Junkies who are talking about how they did their, like, top 7 R-rated comic movies. Watchmen wasn't even on the list. And their reasons for it were, because it wasn't good enough. Like, they had no reasons for it. And then, like, Dan Merle tweeted about it. He's like, because it's missing this one panel. That's why it wasn't in my top 7. Really, it followed the comics so closely. It's a great movie, and it follows... If you guys like the comics, you'll love the movie if you guys haven't seen it. I'm really late to the party seeing it, but it was really good. It followed the comics so much. I love seeing so much stuff brought straight from the comics to life in the movie, and I love that. Zack Snyder killed it with this movie. And I just really enjoyed Watchmen.
I love the opening of it, like how the person gets killed. I love that. And then I felt like the pace went really slow. Like, I love Rorschach stuff. Rorschach stuff got you interested.
You think that goes slow, you should read the comic.
I feel like when you're not with Rorschach, everything is like really slow. And Dylan was saying I do a lot more explaining about the old characters, like the Minutemen, what that's called. And this, they don't really do that much explaining on. They don't explain. They're kind of just there, and you really don't understand. Like, okay, they're getting killed, but what's the big deal with it? You gotta admit that they don't really give you much substance with that.
What do you mean? The Minutemen weren't the ones getting killed.
Yeah, you saw them. Remember, all the people got killed. Remember the 2 girls got killed in the bed.
Oh yeah, they were showing that.
But it wasn't giving, like, you didn't know why or.
Yeah, you did. Those 2 chicks were lesbians.
Yeah, but you didn't know who was doing it or why, and they never really say who did it or why. Unless they're going to say the new guy did it. The bad guy did it.
No, they were just... No, they were saying those people got killed because they were lesbians. That's why. Because this was back in the olden days when that was looked at as being really, really bad. And so that's why. And so you had crazy people that do that.
Good
job.
Good job explaining that.
That's what they did, though.
I felt like it was too slow. Like that's my... I felt like the pacing of the movie was slow. But I love the opening scene.
The comics way slower.
And I loved Rorschach. Rorschach was really cool.
For like the comics were like Hateful Eight in the way, not story, but in the way how Hateful Eight, like the first part.
I like the first part. Yeah, the first part was super boring.
Then like the end, it gets really good. The movie did it way better to me in terms of that. In the comic, like the comic, the first like half or so of it is really boring. Like there's interesting parts. And then there's really boring downtime parts. That's why I say to everyone who's going to read Watchmen, you have to read to the end. You can't give up because there might be times when you want to because it gets really boring. But by the end, you'll be like, this book's amazing because it really is great. But the first half or so is really boring.
No, I love Rorschach stuff.
Really good.
And the prison fight seems really cool and stuff.
Every scene in the prison was like amazing. Probably my favorite part was just
there wasn't like, it was just not enough. For me, it felt really boring. And I didn't care about the chick in it. I didn't care about Dr. Manhattan. So any scene they were in, I was like, God, can we please get off them? Like, that's how I felt when they were on screen. I was like, I didn't care about them
at all. They have to have Manhattan because he was a big story.
I'm not saying they couldn't. I'm just saying anytime they were on, I didn't care about their characters at all. So they were on screen, I was like...
You're not necessarily supposed to care for Manhattan because he's
but I didn't care about her.
What? Well...
So, like, when they were on scene, I liked Owlman, but he was the Rorschach was best. When Rorschach was on screen, I paid attention. But when Owlman, I was like, sort of, because sometimes his story was interesting. Sometimes it was just kind of like, oh, he was a superhero, now he's not. And now he has all this stuff. Okay. But when her and Manhattan are on screen, I was just like, okay. So, yeah.
I disagree because I just really enjoyed the movie.
Okay. Good for you.
I'm just
saying. Better than Star Wars Episode 7.
What isn't better than Episode 7? You just want to get dislikes now. So have people talk... weren't there Episode 8 details that were just released or leaked or something?
No, you remember Rogue One you were telling me? What's the rumors?
What? Oh, yeah. There was... I watched some of the video from Dash, and then I had to go do something else, but... They were leaked, well, like, rumored story details for Rogue One, which is the fact that like the guy who created the Death Star. I know we're switching from Watchmen. Anyways, before we get to that, overall thoughts on Watchmen, out of 10, all that.
Out of 10, I give it like a 7. It was good. It was probably because we watched the extended cut. Probably if we watched a normal cut, I would have liked it better. But I just felt like it was so long, and I wasn't entertained the whole time. But it was a good movie. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It's just wasn't my favorite.
I really enjoy it. It brought a lot from the comics straight to life, which hardly any comic book movies do. A lot of them just try to do their own thing, and so it's really refreshing to see something actually follow the comics. And Zack Snyder's been really good with doing that in his comic book movies, so I'm excited. I'm really hoping he does that with Batman v Superman. I loved Watchmen. It took me so long to finally watch it, but I was glad that I finally got to see it, and it was just great overall, seeing so much stuff brought to life. And also, the final question, what would you do in that situation in Watchmen? Would you do what Rorschach did or do what everyone else did?
Alright,
the final, what I'm asking Ian, if you guys haven't watched or read Watchmen, the final dilemma is world peace, like everyone basically comes together to fight a neutral threat, but it's all based on a complete lie.
It's like Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, where they have the peace because of a lie.
Yeah, it sort of is. Except Watchmen was way before Dark Knight.
I'm not saying it was. I'm just giving people an example.
Yeah. Because that's why Rorschach was like, do the right thing no matter what. And that's why he was
I would keep quiet
him.
until Dr. Manhattan left, and then I would talk. Because remember, he said he was leaving.
Yeah.
So I would keep
that's
quiet.
That's different, because in the book it wasn't Manhattan.
What do you mean?
In the book it wasn't Manhattan that they went against. It was these fake aliens.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what the threat was. But in the movie, they changed to Manhattan. It made sense that they changed to Manhattan. That's one of the few things that they changed from the book to the movie. It made sense because since this was sort of a realistic-ish comic book world, like aliens would seem kind of really out of nowhere. But having Manhattan as the villain, as the villain in the end, made sense. So, yeah, I was fine with that change, and I kind of liked it. But yeah, so what would you have done? You would have waited for
Manhattan to get, because he said he was leaving. So wait, and then you do it. You say your piece. I mean,
then it goes back to World War III.
I don't know. You're not hurting anybody by keeping quiet. You're not lying. You're not saying. You're not going along with it. So
yeah, you are, because you could expose it for what it really is.
Okay, but it's not lying. You're not. If someone asks you about it, then
you could expose it, but you're not. You're withholding evidence.
I don't have evidence. No one's asking you about it.
You're withholding what you could bring forward. Okay, never mind. You're just not. I would have done what Rorschach did. I would have had to.
But you're not helping anybody by dying. You gotta keep quiet until you can actually do something.
I don't get to see World War III. I'm dead now, so.
I keep quiet until I can do something about it.
No, I would just.
Dying's not gonna do anything for anybody.
What? No, but keeping quiet.
Keep quiet until you have a chance to say something.
But in the book, you wouldn't have a chance to say something.
We're not talking about the book, we're talking about the movie. I didn't read the book.
Yeah, you need to. You need to read some book. You won't read anything. Anyways, yeah, overall, really enjoyed Watchmen. Him, not so much. But the Rogue One details were that they're saying that, what's the names? Felicia something? Felicity Jones, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Name of the lead actress in Rogue One. The leaked story details that are rumored or the fact that her father in the movie is the guy who basically helped, he helped perfect the Death Star, the Geonosian Death Star. Like, they had a lot of problems with it and kinks in their plans, and he helped perfect it, but then he regretted what he did, sort of like the dude who created the nuke. And he was just like, what have I done? So he decides to go and try and help the rebels, and so he like gives the plans to his daughter or whatever, and that's Rogue One. At least from what I watched, I didn't watch all of Dash Star's video.
They better not give it to him. They better steal him. Don't they say they steal him? I know they steal him from episode 6. I don't know about episode 4.
That's what
they are the stolen plan.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a stolen plan. So he better not just give them to him. They better.
It's still stolen. He stole them from the Empire and gave them to him. It's still stolen.
All I want from Rogue One, is I want to see Darth Vader going through chopping up people, because we didn't get that in episode 3. We didn't get in episode 4 or 5. I want to see why he's so feared. I want him to chop people up, and I don't want them to be Padawans. He can choke
people with his mind. I would say that's why he's so feared.
We saw him do that to who? One person.
Doesn't matter.
Two people. We saw him do to Padme and the one dude in episode 4. Or
he
no.
did it to his own men all the
That's true.
time.
Saw it a bunch.
So the recording stopped again. We're back. And anyways, like I was saying, if someone can choke you with their mind, I think that's enough for them to be feared. I don't think you have to see them. I want to see Darth Vader just killing a bunch of people.
I want to see him
but I don't think it's like, oh, why is he feared? It's not like he killed tons of people and wiped out the Jedi Order.
I'm scared, like, during half the movie, like, he's just gonna, like, go in his chamber and take off his mask and be like, Padme, I'm so conflicted.
This isn't J.J. Abrams.
It's Disney.
What? It is Disney, but I think they're gonna let the directors have more oversight than with Marvel because it's not Kevin Feige doing it. It's not Kevin Feige. So I think the guy who made Godzilla is doing it, and I think he's going to do a good job.
Star Wars Civil War. We need boundaries for what we do. That's how the Emperor actually falls.
What? That makes no sense.
I don't know. I'm excited to see Rogue One. I just can't wait to see the trailer.
I hope it's good, especially because the guy did Godzilla.
You think we'll get Obi-Wan in it at all? Like, you think we'll get a little bit of Obi-Wan or anything?
I don't know.
I think
he has nothing to do with the Death Star plans.
I think it was like a glancing shot. I think he'll be mentioned, like when they give him the plan, like that they're going to Obi-Wan or something.
No, because he's guarding Luke. He has nothing to do with the plans. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, give these to Obi-Wan.
Well, remember? Do you think we'll see Leia? Do you think we'll see Leia?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because she's the one that's giving the plans.
I know.
Well, probably. I think we'll see. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know who we'll see. Probably see C-3PO and R2-D2. That's about it.
Yeah, probably. It makes sense to see him.
That's probably who we'll see. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Anyways, with all the disruptions and everything, I think we're gonna end the podcast here. I know this was very random and everything. We didn't have a whole lot to talk about, and like with the battery dying and everything just being interrupted because it keeps stopping recording because the USB card I have is pretty bad. I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The return of Nerd Talk did seem like a very strong return.
DC's better than Marvel.
You just want to get dislikes. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one, and goodbye.